Welcome to another video. I'm TCG, and today we're going to go over another Meta Monday. We're very close to the new ban list in 4 days. We're March 23rd today, and they're going to announce the new potential ban list or restricted list on March 27, which is in about 4 days. And we're going to get the new SD09 starter deck, which is the anniversary starter deck, and also potentially new reprints. We're going to go over all of that to see how the SD09 is going to impact the current meta. But first of all, we're going to go into the previous tier list and go over what can potentially shift and what we're going to expect for the upcoming week. And especially, there's new type challenge right now. And also there's new type challenge around the corner. I got mine's right over here. I'm going to make another video about it and what deck I played in order to win those very shortly. So right here we have potentially Blue Perp going to be out of the current meta, because if Corsica or Amaro getting banned or getting restricted or paired banned, the deck will be less good. So potentially I will drop Blue Perp to a potentially A tier list, or potentially it won't even exist in the current meta. So in that situation, has a consequence of, if you guys keep asking to ban Blue Perp or ban Amaro or anything related to Amaro or Gundam, something like that, gonna get affected, blockers will step up into the meta. So what I'm trying to say is that it'll be a highly blocker heavy meta. So people are gonna play any colors with white, or potentially you may flood it with blocker, or potentially if it goes well, then blocker will be out of the picture because less than people are gonna play blockers. People are playing blockers because of aggro, or potentially people are just gonna blocker up because there's nothing you can do about blockers. That might be a potential issue, because it might be a double-edged sword, because you might be stuck with blockers, removable blockers, and they're just gonna put a blocker, pass, put a blocker, pass, put a blocker, pass. So you're gonna have a wall of blocker with like 6 blockers, and whoever decided to strike first win the game. So if that happens, Wing Zero gonna go back to tier S. So people are gonna start complaining again. They're gonna say, oh, Wing Zero, Wing Zero. Wing Zero might potentially be the best deck again because of the breach, and Wing Gundam gonna be able to attack standing units. So Wing Gundam gonna be a broken card again in the current format. So Wing, green white Wing, will be the best deck ever, will be the S tier. And over here, so basically I'm a big fan of purple white, and the purple white video going to be releasing on Wednesday. Most of you guys are members, so the members get access to the early videos, which is, you guys probably going to be more than 100 of you guys already watched this video. So looking forward to drop that video to the public. And I'm not going to say more about this deck because you guys already know that at top 4 at multiple new type with purple white. And the other deck that was broken that I lost to this weekend at my new type challenge, my third new type challenge, was red blue. I went into like 2 triple red blue in my matchups, and I lost to one of them on my third new type challenge, and it was quite rough. This deck is just insanely good. So it's a tier S for the moment if Blue Perp gonna get banned. I'm not sure if people are gonna continue playing red blue, but potentially it can be broken because the Banneker Merida unicorns gonna be just insane, gonna be able to tap everything. So that will be the top contender, similar to back in GDO1 and GDO2 when Wing Gundam green white Wing was the top deck, top tier list. You're gonna see those potential matchup between blue white unicorn and blue red unicorn Kshatriya in the top tier. So the potential good contender will be potentially Dio, blue white, or any potential matchup, potential build of blue-white and between DO and Unicorn. This is what's shaping up the potential meta in the upcoming weeks until GDO4 release by the end of next month. So this is how the meta I'm currently looking at. Potentially blue-red kind of bump between S and A, between DO and Unicorn. So we'll see about that. So I think it's a lot of moving pieces. We will never know until the potential ban list to see what's going on. So right now, let's jump into the SD09, including the reprints. I'm gonna skip majority of the reprint cards, but the big question is, will SD09 affect the current meta? The short answer is, I think there's not enough cards in that potential deck to shift the meta, but for sure, red-white gonna have a big boost because of Savior Gundam. And purple, we might be able to pull something out from the purple to make it purple-white or purple-red. So I've been playing purple-red for the past maybe 2 weeks, since last week ago, like before the end of NTC4, I was playing red-purple with the Lupus, Close Combat, and all of those cards that I'm gonna potentially post more about that deck. But it was quite interesting deck, so we're gonna see more about that deck and see if you guys are potentially liking that deck, and we're gonna see about it. So we're gonna skip the unforeseen incident. You guys know what it is. Strike Gundam. Maybe potentially gonna see more and more people playing that card because it's very similar to Ryuseigo. But instead of Ryuseigo, it's a Earth Alliance, so it's a white card. It's a Strike Gundam, potential extra link for Kira. So it's actually a very good unit for a 4-2 3-3. It's better than Ryuseigo. It's quite solid. You link it with Kira, it will be a 5-4, be able to attack right away, minusing 2. So I think that this might be a potentially drawing potential if you're playing purple-white. So it's an extra overflow affection, but not gaining you a +1. So it's just like a 1-for-1 with a body on the board. So technically, it's a potential +1. So it's quite good. Aegis, we know about it. I'm not gonna say much about it. Kira, Afterin, Archangel, Visalius. So this is a new card in the new set. So Impulse Gundam, it's very interesting. It's a kind of like a card that's gonna bring back a card from the trash. So that pair up perfectly with the Sword Impulse Gundam. Because if this card was played from the trash, you can kill a unit which is level 3 or lower. And it's a little bit weak at 4-2, but technically it's the new Toggies token potentially. And so if you drop Impulse Gundam the turn prior, you can swing with it, send it back to the bottom of the deck, and revive a 4-2 unit. So you can swing again if you have a potential link with that. So it's technically swinging, withstanding, similar to potentially like a Unicorn or like getting an extra Toggies on the board, which is a bit similar. You can maybe like kill a unit, refresh it with a 4-2. It's similar to a Striker Pack token or like a 3-3. This might be like a 3-3 Striker Pack token from the burst, but it's not a blocker. I'm just comparing on the stats side of the card. So it's quite interesting, but costly. So I wouldn't see myself playing this at turn 3. I might potentially playing this like at turn 4, possibly, or even just a little bit later, because you might just drop this at turn 4 and it dies, and you just try to bring it back again to just like continuously looping this card again and again and again. So that's my opinion. It's actually cool, a very cool card. And over here, you have Force Impulse. It's a 5-4, 5-4, quite good. But Shin, it's only a +3 AP. So you're going to bring this to an 8-4. Potentially, this unit just serving as a trading unit. So you trade this into another unit and just bring back your a lower impulse level unit, which is not a Force Impulse. So that potentially allowing you to bring back Impulse Gundam and looping it again to get back another sword impulse. So technically you're getting back potentially 2 units every time. You can loop that again and again and again, but it's just sad that you just cannot get back your Shin, because Shin can only get it for once, and you can only play 4 of them in your deck, so you might need multiple Shin, just like keeping used, like just keep killing and swinging for base. Over here, Savior Gundam. So if you're playing Justice, this might be an early Justice potential link for Afterin. So you play maybe 4 Savior Gundam with Afterin, but the big problem is that you cannot play Justice and Savior in the same deck, because Justice is a white unit and this is a red unit, but the effect only works if you have purple cards in the trash. So I think the only way they can use this card will be playing red-purple. You'll be a seed red-purple. So that's the only option to play Savior Gundam. You're quite restricted to the ZAFT archetype. So we're gonna see how it goes, but technically pinging 2 damage to all the unit, it's quite insane, especially if you're playing, like, for example, close combat, battle of ace, all range. So this is like a all range on steroid. So we're gonna see how this card go, but this card can become a 6/6, allowing you to attack ascending units, breaching 3. So it's quite good. So we're gonna see how it goes with Savior Gundam on the release, but so far I have a lot of faith in this card. I think there's a lot of potential. And the new Freedom, I still prefer the OG Freedom, the 4/6 OG Freedom, linking with Kira, giving you a 6/7 unit. This one is only giving you a 6/6 potential suppression. So it's good, but we'll see. I still prefer playing the OG Freedom. So we're gonna see how this goes. But it's quite good if you can swing for suppression, having an Archangel, untap it, and just block again with it. So it's quite good. We're gonna see how it goes. Next card will be the Zaku Warrior. So that's another weenie. So potentially now we have like another ZAF 2/2 weenies. So previously we had another ZAF Red 2/2. I forgot the name of that one, but potentially you can play 8 weenies in ZAFT. So that's quite good. But with other ZAF unit, you can actually pump your weenies to make it bigger. For example, a Boku or anything else that can allow you to pump a ZAF unit, I think is quite good. And over here, I already spoke about Swords Impulse. We're gonna go to the Blast Impulse. It's good. I tested on MSA with the purple red or purple white. It was all right. I wouldn't link a Shin with this because it become like a 8/3. It just dies to almost anything, like 2 pings, 3 pings, they're dead, or even just blocking 1 unit, it's dead. So yes, you can maybe block like a big unit, like for example, like a Wing Gundam, or even blocking like a Dio or something like that, but it will be 100% a trade. Like this unit will never survive that unless you're playing like Unforeseen. Unforeseening any 5 AP units will allow you to survive with 1 HP, so it won't last that long. I think that it's a good unit, but I might not even play this unit. We'll see about it. It's a big blocker. It's the opposite of Gujin Rebake. And Gujin, it's good because it has 5 HP. But this one, it's just the reverse. I always value high HP unit versus high AP units, but we'll see. This allows you to kill a lot of stuff. So it's just a stronger striker pack, the 4/2 striker pack. So we'll see. And one last thing to add about this unit is you can bring it back. Can you bring it back? Let's see, can you bring it back? No. So this unit cannot be bring back by Impulse Gundam, but you can bring it back with Force Impulse. So that's not bad, but I just don't like the low HP units. I think it's just weak. And Shin is basically a Sudara, but for Minerva. So there's a condition to it. You need to be a Minerva squad. So basically, if you're not playing a Minerva deck, this is not really useful. But potentially, so Shin might be a potential card that can combo with an Unforeseen Incident. But if you play Unforeseen, you cannot play red. So you'll be stuck with a Minerva purple white deck. So we're gonna see how that matching up going, but it will be potential, like if you play Shin, you play Kira. If you play red, you need to play with Asterin. So we're gonna see. I think this one benefit more with potentially with the white side, but potentially if you, let's say if you swing with something, you have one up, you can ready another one, so that allows you to play, let's say, a close combat or battle of ace, or potentially all range right after that, allowing to re-stand one mana. So we'll see how that goes, but I think there's a lot of potential with Shin, but we're gonna see about it. It's 3 AP, 0 HP. Like I said, I like high HP stuff, but this one has a very low HP. I'm not a big fan of it, but we're gonna play test and see how it goes. Giant Killing. I think this is the most exciting card in the current deck, because Giant Killing, it's actually a better Fatal Strike. It's a Fatal Strike for purple deck. So right now you can just kill whatever you want to kill under 4 AP. Having a Kira, swing with Kira, action phase, pop the unit, whatever unit you want. So I think like 4 AP, anything -2, -3, you can almost kill a wing Gundam with Unforeseen. You're playing Unforeseen and Giant Killing, you can kill a wing Gundam with this thing. So it's just insane. Like you can swing with Kira and -2 on unlink, unpaired unlink wing 0 and just kill it with Giant Killing. That's just insane. We're gonna see how often that people are gonna play it, but like this basically gonna kill almost anything. It's a 4-of for sure. So the Minerva base, it's actually very good because you can actually you can look at the top 2 cards, so you can filter whatever you want and discard whatever you don't want to play. So most likely, if you're playing in a ZAFT Minerva deck, this will allow you to discard the Impulse that you want to discard and try to bring it back with the Impulse Gundam. And it's just a milling, it's extra milling, and I feel that that will be quite good. Maybe I can even play that in my purple-white, my Lupus purple-white, because you can just ditch extra unit and choose whatever you want to ditch and keep whatever you want to keep on top. So this is a potential very good base for Lupus, potentially. And next card will be the Blitz Gundam. It's a reprint, so this is allowing to give you a first strike. So that can compensate with potentially any low HP units to allow them to survive and kill whatever you want. So this might be a very good combo with any low HP Impulse Gundam. Dual Gundam, another reprint, allowing anything 5 HP, 5 AP to breach. Quite good, but not my favorite card. Battle of Aces, another reprint. And Overflowing Affection, so one of my favorite cards. I hope they make it in foil, but apparently they're not making it in foil. So another alternate art of Overflowing Affection. Buster Gundam. This card is very, very underrated. So the tricky part is if you're playing red-white or purple-white, this allows you to link with Kira, Asterin, or Shin. So it's actually a potential link for 4-3. It's the opposite of a Launcher Strike, and I think it's actually good become a 5-5 with Asterin, or a 6-4 with Kira, or potentially a 7-3. I'm not a fan of 7-3, so we'll see how many ping cards there is in the next set. But if ping still remain in the meta, this might be bad. But if ping get reduced in the next meta, then this might be a very, very must play. We're gonna see more and more popular about playing this card. Awakening Power, another another reprints. It's very expensive, very late, 6.2, and you still need to pay for its cost by deploying it. So potential bring back another Impulse Gundam, or bring back like imagine bringing back like a Xinglong with this. This is insane, but I don't know. Like we want to focus more on the ZAFT side, but bringing back a Xinglong with this, it's quite insane. At turn 6, someone tried to kill your Xinglong, you just bring back the Xinglong again, and yep. This resource, I like it. I want it. So yeah, the base, and I think that might be all. So I'll try to cook a lot of more decks for you guys to see how we're gonna make ZAFT work, because a lot of people have been waiting for ZAFT. I'm a Gundam Seed fan, and I wish that I can play something like this, and this deck can be tier, like highest tier possible. But I don't think that this deck gonna be insanely tier S, like a broken deck. It'll be a good deck, but not a broken deck. So I will classify this as a tier, potentially a tier A or tier B. We're gonna see how it goes. But if the infinite looping works, it'll be insane card advantage for this deck, because even if you have no more unit, you can just keep looping your unit again and again and bring it back from the trash, re-put again, swing again. So it's just a continuous thing. I hope that Bandai gonna release something that's more rush. So when you, like, for example, a little bit something like Riftbound. So accelerated, you can just like, when you drop it, you can swing with it. Not only on Link unit, you can actually like drop it and swing. So I run some rush units, for example, like in One Piece, or like accelerate in Riftbound. So we're gonna see how it goes. So again, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. Comment below what you think about the new STO 9 and what you think about this, and what do you think about the next format if Amuro or Corsica getting restricted or banned on the next set. So thank you for watching. On to the next one.